Hey, I'm Dan Brown, and this is Music Nerd. On last week's Music Nerd, we began talking about how what's musically mainstream evolves over time, and whether or not metal specifically can or will or even should be mainstream again.
Music Nerd this week.
Username Satterdizzle left a comment on that video that sparked some controversy. They said, what scares most people out of metal isn't the rough, growly vocals. What scares them is the astonishingly pretentious fans. It's like all metalheads think that by playing obscure, unknown scales, they're creating works of art similar to those of Mozart. Well, you aren't. That comment is certainly pointed, but does their pointed comment have a point? If you have something to say about what Satterdizzle had to say, please keep the conversation going in the comment section. Anyway, after last week's Music Nerd about how what's mainstream evolves over time, a coworker here at Fuse, you can say hi, Martin. Martin linked me to a really interesting article. It's called Network Science Reveals the Cities That Lead the World's Listening Habits, and rather than focusing on the evolution of what's popular in the music world as a whole, it focuses on the geographic flow of music. And the top influencers aren't cities that you might expect. Researchers from Click Research Cluster in Ireland have been collecting data from Last.fm since 2003. That's 60 billion pieces of data from 200 cities, and what they found is as perplexing as it is fascinating. The big cities we typically think of as being cultural trendsetters, like New York or Los Angeles, don't appear to hold a whole lot of sway, but some seemingly random cities do. Atlanta is far and away the spot for hip-hop. Montreal is North America's arbiter for indie music, and for Europe, Oslo, Norway is the most influential musical city. There is a link to the article in this video's description. Check it out, let me know what you think. I'm very curious to know what you think. And I'm also curious to know where you usually hear about new music. Is it from your friends? Is it from the apps that you use to listen to the music? Or is it from radio or television? Let me know. We'll do a little non-scientific survey in the comment section here. Anyway, that's it for this week's Music Nerd. Subscribe to Fuse so that you don't ever miss an episode of Music Nerd ever, and to watch the other half of Music Nerd, Number Cruncher, click over here.